Well, a new Reuters poll showing Hillary Clinton with a double-digit drop in support. That's just days away from the first Democratic debate. Take a look at the numbers. Mrs. Clinton's support shrinking by 10% over the course of just 5 days. It seems her loss is her competitor's gain. Senator Bernie Sanders seeing a spike in his numbers, and so too is Vice President Joe Biden, even though, of course, he's yet to join the race, and we're told he continues to consider whether or not he is going to run. So what do the latest poll numbers mean? Joining us now is Alex Pappas, political reporter for the Daily Caller. Alex, you drop a few points. That seems to be normal. OK, but 10 points? I mean, that was 20% of her support. Can you pinpoint a reason why this happened?
Yeah, well, Eric, not a good headline heading into this Vegas debate, that's for sure. Well, there are a couple reasons. I mean, first off, think about it with Hillary Clinton. We're not talking about her vision for the country. I mean, over the last few weeks, last few months, we've been talking about emails. We've been talking about Benghazi. She's got this Benghazi hearing coming up. And then, of course, with Bernie Sanders, he's got the energy in the party. That's where the crowds are coming. And then, Joe Biden, he's been getting a lot of sympathetic coverage that will stop, obviously, if he gets in the race. But, very good coverage. And I think, we've seen Biden go up. We've seen Sanders go up, and then she's going down. So clearly this debate is going to be, I think, a pretty big deal for her.
Before we talk about the debate, let me go back to the Reuters poll. Could it be an aberration? Yeah. I mean, you got the national polls, and she's way ahead in all these national polls. By the least, 7%. Pew has her up 21%. So what does it mean, if like one poll comes out that shows a drop versus the fact that she's still ahead by 21 points in the national polls?
Yeah, I mean, of course, polls change, and you never know. I mean, one poll doesn't always mean exactly what's happening in the race, but I do think there's this sense among Democratic voters that Hillary Clinton is not as inevitable. She's not going to be the inevitable nominee that they once thought she was. I mean, there is a good chance that Joe Biden's going to get in this race. Bernie Sanders is doing very well. I mean, he's leading in New Hampshire. He's leading in some polls in Iowa. And I think the polls are reflecting that. And
what does she have to do in the debate coming up this week? Obviously, she's got a big week, 2 weeks.
I think
the debate and then the Benghazi hearing, so she can actually fight back in those.
Yeah, you're right. So number one, she's got to fight back. That's for sure. What I think actually she really needs to avoid first thing in this debate is not have a Jeb Bush moment. If you remember in that first debate that Jeb Bush was there, he was almost kind of forgotten. Didn't have any big moments. The story coming out of those debates was that other people did well. We were talking about Donald Trump and Carly Fiorina. I mean, she needs to show that she's in command. I think if the story out of these debates is that Bernie Sanders did really well, or that Martin O'Malley, who's not polling well, but if Martin O'Malley has a really good night, I think that's going to bring in somebody like Joe Biden, or Joe Biden at least is going to look and say, you know what, maybe I should get in this thing because Hillary Clinton isn't as strong.
Does it hurt Joe Biden, the fact that he's not going to be there on the stage?
It's a good question. You would think that if he really was serious about getting in, that he would be there for this debate. On the other hand, I think it shows that he really just wants to see, what happens here, and maybe kind of wants to get drafted in. That maybe if Hillary Clinton really doesn't do well in this debate, or maybe these Benghazi hearings don't go so well for, that he's going to have to do what people are pleading for him to do and get in this race.
And the Benghazi hearings, which are a week after next, are obviously a chance for her critics to really grill her, but a chance for her to defend herself. What does she have to avoid? Another, what difference does it make type quote? What's her aim?
Yeah, that sort of thing. Of course, Kevin McCarthy, the House Majority Leader, as we've been talking about for a while, has really given her and her supporters a good talking point when he came out and suggested this was politicized, because now that's what she's going to respond, and her people are going to respond the whole time, saying that, fine, I'm going and doing this because I'm being called, but we all know this is about politics. And so I do think if there's anything big that would come out of this, that's going to be their first response, to that sort of thing.
And finally, when you watch the debate, what should we look for? The pundits are going to come out and say, "Oh, look at Sanders and O'Malley was better than we all thought," and it's like there's just like this weird thing going on sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of interested to see Martin O'Malley once again. This is the former Democratic governor of Maryland. You would think he would maybe be doing a little bit better in the polls. I mean, he's young, so he's got the generational argument. He's been going to the left. He's trying to say that he's more progressive than Hillary Clinton, but he really just hasn't caught on. This is going to be the first time, I think, for a lot of people to kind of know who Martin O'Malley is. And then if he does, if he does well enough, then maybe he's going to get those headlines and maybe can shoot up there. But we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, you can see. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but you can see that could be the spin. Ooh, look, Martin O'Malley. We didn't know that he could speak so well. Well, Alex, thank you so much. We'll see. Can't wait for the debate. Take care.